And hello, hello. Welcome to weekly wrap up on a Sunday. We are on a new streaming service, attempting to kind of fix the constant breakups that were with Restream. So we'll see how it goes. But in my honest opinion, what I'm on right now is, as you can see by that QR code, is StreamYard, that logo. So it's little interesting. Was spent an hour and a half actually trying to set everything up properly and everything, but then I don't know. It's just the whole system is kind of it is the out the UI is kind of like very similar to Restream, but it's I guess I could put it as primitive. It might sound bad, but it literally it is very like basic. Like for example, because Restream, whenever I, for example, start to share my screen, it automatically just kind of like splits me up from the screen and stuff like that. But if I want to share my screen, I'll click share screen, and then share my, for example, YouTube tab. So on my thing right now, like I'm sharing, but then it doesn't show up. I have to manually put it in, and then I have to also change my location on the screen manually. So it's a little interesting. And actually, just let me turn on my hotspot just in case it does go off. Cool. Oh, I didn't even check. Are we actually live? I do need to check that because new streaming service or new streaming, I guess service. Yeah. We should check. Okay. No, that's pretty good. Oh, thing. I did not apparently flip my camera. I guess that doesn't. Oh, 3, 2. Heads up, if you have an overlay that covers a lot of, what does that mean? If I do this, boom, just like that, how's that gonna look? I don't know. See that it's a little weird. Now I forgot about that. It's on my screen. It shows me like properly faced, but then on the viewer screen, it shows it as that I'm flipped. So let's see if it solves it on the other end. See, that's why I don't like to get into new stuff because then I spent another 10 minutes on stream setting it up. So let's see, did it work? Maybe, possibly. Let me move this for a second. Yeah. Did it work? Did it work? Nope, I'm still faced the same way. Interesting. See, I don't like that. Anyways, so probably for the next stream, I'll be back on. I'll be back on. Oh, didn't crash it. Oh, there it is. For my next stream, hopefully, I will be back on Restream because this is I don't know. It's just a little complex, so I'll keep it like this. And yeah. So, anyways, aside from new streaming software that's now gonna bug me out all the time, it was another interesting week. Uh, very kind of hang on, it did work. I think no, never mind, it didn't work. I'm just looking at something else. Uh, Never mind that. Anyways, it was a busy week along with, especially like along school lines, and had a lot of well, Friday especially because there was a lot of things due that day, and so yeah, so I had to do all of that. But now I'm here again, and it was also a busy week in more technology news as it always is, as it has been for the past couple of years now. And so what has happened here? Just show it at stage. Flip me. There we go. Yeah. So let's go. 28th. So it's 21st. So this is the day delivery robots. I think. Yeah. I think I actually showed that on my last stream. Nvidia's $100 billion bet. Yep. Nvidia invested $100 billion on OpenAI. So OpenAI is getting reignited again, I guess. So it's interesting. And we got nobody watching right now. Oh no. I don't know if that's because there's always at least two people watching, always on LinkedIn. So let me check uh, somebody joined in, perhaps not. I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Interesting, because there's always someone, but I guess not today. Uh, so maybe it's the new, maybe it's the new streaming service. Perhaps I don't know. But maybe also people will join in later. So yeah. Anyways, see, actually, I want to see that. I'm curious about YouTube. Live. Well, it's not upcoming. I'm live now, so yeah. Let me see if I have anything on YouTube. So sometimes streaming services don't show the l- amount of live. See, one watching right now. That's me though. So okay, never mind. It probably shows it accurate. Okay, cool. See, now we're live. Anyways, so yeah, but busy week in AI news, obviously, and what has happened now? Get to that is yeah, so $100 billion into OpenAI. So OpenAI is getting billions of dollars in investments from a lot of companies. I think this was yeah, a lot about GPUs and stuff, and it was just an investment into it was an investment into also just kind of trying to boost it to AGI, because OpenAI keeps like saying, oh, we're close to AGI and stuff like that. So everybody wants to see where that goes, and so also everybody invests. So I guess so. We'll, you but people have also said that true AGI in with this current models with these current models and stuff is impossible. So again, we'll see where that goes. Then also Gemini AI, aka Google's AI service, used to be Bard AI. Well, they released this new thing on uh, Android, I believe. Basically searches and everything is powered by Google by default and everything. So they basically did that when you, for example, you download a game from Google Play Store. I don't know. I forgot what it's called actually. I think it's just like this Play Store now. I don't know. It used to be the Google Play Store. Anyways, yeah, this is now the Play Store. So you download a thing from that, and then you have a game, and it's going to show up like a show new, I guess, button or a UI. I'm not sure, but you will be able to click it, and it'll summon, Bard, or Gemini, and it'll help you with whatever you're doing. So if it's a game, you need some help with a puzzle or something like that, it'll probably be able to solve it for you because it has built-in screenshotting and even video recording and stuff like that for like the screen recording. So yeah, and it's gonna be, I guess, very again, kind of interesting because I don't know, I haven't tried it out yet. I don't play too many games on my phone, so I might see if they added it yet. And if they did, maybe it might be useful for some games. If you're trying to solve a puzzle, it'll tell you how to solve it. We should be back. See, okay, so it's not because of the streaming service. It's because of this the bad connection, I guess. I don't know. It's really interesting. So yeah, next time, I was about to say, like, I had some hope for this to be kind of seamless, but now that's been lost. So next time, yeah, we're back on Restream, and I guess I'll just stream the entire thing from my mobile hotspot because I really can't deal with this all the time, multiple times a stream even. So yeah, other than that, it might be a little smoother. I'm not sure. Even I couldn't even see what the chat is actually. People, oop, I did not actually find that. I forgot. Oh, comments, here we go. So can I show this, or comments take the stage? Oh, I think that is, like, I think I covered myself up a little bit. Yeah, I think that's like the comment box. It's a little weird because on Restream, again, it's a little more advanced because on Restream, the UI, this stuff, or this box, it would push me out, like push the screen a little bit to the left, and be normal. Apparently not StreamYard. So yeah, like I said, it's really primitive. You have to set everything up manually. Basically, nothing is automatic. So yeah, that's what I don't like about it, because I have to. It just takes up time. Anyways, so yeah, Gemini, that's going to be interesting to see. And yeah, but don't let it take control of your high level, whatever it is, account, Clash of Clans, for example. Be careful with that, because it will well, I'm not going to say, well, the more times the more you'll see, basically it'll hallucinate. And it's basically destined to happen at some point, that it'll hallucinate, because it just does it. So yeah, and it's a little annoying, obviously, if you're trying to do something, and then it just literally uh, yeah, it literally takes it does something wrong, and it ruins your entire game or map or whatever it is. So I don't think it can directly interact with the stuff in your game, but just trust but verify. It's always the same thing as with all AIs: trust but verify. With ChatGPT, Claude AI, any AI, just also always verify everything it gives you. So yeah, because you don't want to end up bad. Anyways, then micro robots, obviously, that's another cool topic, because yeah, in the military, obviously, I've done micro robots, and especially like civilian uses, such as actually going into your body, and curing something, or acting as sensors, monitors, and stuff like that. So that's all cool. But then you got the military; it could literally just you know be a very deadly mosquito, because they're very small. You wouldn't even notice them, and they could just come up on you. It would be like a bug. You might think it's a bug, but it's not a bug. It's really scary, actually, because if you go to a battlefield, and then you think like you couldn't even sleep in the battlefield, because some robot will find you and just kill you in your sleep like that. So yeah, that's a scary future, I guess, for the military, obviously. But I guess there will be some counters to that eventually made. Obviously, there already are some, but still, still a little scary. Makes you want to keep your eyes open a little wider. Anyways, next up is Gemini Nano Banana AI. I don't even know, like Sorry. It's like, basically what it is Gemini now has a new image editing or image generating, I guess editing or generate, probably editing maybe, because you have to like put in your image and then describe what changes you want made to it. And it's called Nano Banana. It's a new model, and it's very small, but it is very efficient in image editing. And so yeah, so people have been using it, apparently, especially in, like, in India, to use, like, for example, a bad picture of themselves, and then put it in, and started prompting it, kind of like to make them into like a 90s Bollywood star or something like that, whatever. So, and it did. It apparently is very good, and effective, obviously. So I guess people in the US, if you're not into Bollywood and stuff, you could probably still make yourself into something else, maybe someone from Hollywood this time, uh, perhaps. But yeah, that's another cool thing to check out for everybody. Next up are the Ray-Ban, what they call Ray-Ban Display Smart Glasses. It's a really, again, another cool, interesting, very interesting piece of technology, because I forgot which eye it is on, but for example, if I'm wearing glasses right now, if I would be wearing those, and I think it's both sunglasses and like regular glasses for vision, and so if I were wearing them right now on my right the right glass, it would be like a whole display, where it would, like, I guess, show maybe it's pretty small. It's not like the whole thing, like you're Tony Stark and you're like envisioning, I don't even know, like super huge models of whatever, and super detailed. It's not that. It's more like for just, for example, like directions for when you're walking on the street, or just regular notifications and stuff like that. So yeah, and it's also, I don't know how they're gonna like remedy that, but in there it says that it's really really bright, and for something like, I get, because it's explained that is bright because if you're walking in somewhere where it's sunny, you won't be able to see the display. So they have to make it really, really bright. So I'm not really a fan of that uh, because obviously, if you're trying to if you have glasses for vision and you're trying to see better, then you're only ruining your own vision with that super bright display. So maybe it's like some sort of I don't know, maybe it's some sort of glass that protects your eyes, or maybe it's a little like a different sort of light so it doesn't damage your eyes as much, or one eye. But still, it's a little. I'm just curious to see where they'll take it. Also, the thing is that you can't just go into a store like a Ray-Ban store or something like that and buy it. You need to go to a specialized store. I believe they only have 3 locations. The biggest one is in, I believe, no, not Los Angeles. And then the second biggest one is going to be in New York. And then there's going to be like a pop up. Well, that's no, no. In New York is going to be the pop up thing. And then in Las Vegas is like going to be like a really small store. And for each of these, you will need to basically what happens if you want to buy it, you got to go on their website and book a product demo, and it's mandatory. Okay, you can't just go into the store and buy a pair of glasses and just wear them. They're trying to kind of minimize that whole what's it called, they're trying to minimize that whole like, oh, customers return it and they're gonna have bad ratings online and stuff. So they're not risking that this time. So they're gonna have a mandatory kind of like a demo session to see if you want to truly like if own it and buy it and stuff like that, and to show you how to use it so you don't have to like return it and have bad complaints. So so if you want a pair of glasses, you gotta book a demo like now, because as of right now, it's probably those demos are you can book one maybe in like late November. Okay, because everybody's just hopped on that and everybody wants a pair of glasses, I guess. So yeah, so it's a very like it's a very kind of selective release because they're only making like what was it, like 100,000 of them or something like that. So yeah, so only like a couple of people or handful of people will be able to get it on the scale of the United States, which is 300 plus million people. 100,000 is not, nothing at all. But yeah, so yeah, get them while you can, I guess. If you truly want those smart glasses for what is it, like $800, and there's like a then there's like a limited release version or something like that, where it's like gold. The glasses are like gold. So yeah, if you do want that for $800, go for it. But you got to book it now. So otherwise, if you book tomorrow, it might already be in late December because people are on it like crazy. And yeah, so those are the news, as well as one more thing, which is Microsoft recently terminated like a specific service for the Israeli like intelligence, I guess, for an intelligence unit. And it's again very interesting to see because the they kind of deny, because Israel was using it for a lot of like mass surveillance, like a huge mass surveillance. I'm not trying to get political here again, but I just basically took it from a very just that because I'm all about like technology and surveillance and stuff like that, and also AI, which was apparently in that incorporated into that whole system. So they basically had a mass surveillance system going on in, well, the West Bank. They still do actually, but they just had it on Microsoft's Azure and also the Microsoft Cloud. They stored something like 11,500 terabytes of information, which included everything from individual texts, individual phone calls from many people. There were even what was it, at peak times there could be like it could be tracking like 1 million phone calls per hour, even, which is just crazy. So and all of those phone calls were stored in this cloud. AI kind of like they used AI to kind of sift through all those calls and basically assign a threat score to them. Like if it was for example, like a terrorist call, it would get an immediate flag and stuff like that. Or if it was just a mundane, hello mom call, then it was just rated as nothing. But yeah, point is, they had surveillance on everybody and everything, including also camera footage and stuff. So it's um it's a whole deal. And then actually this system was actually um, custom crafted for this. For the oh, Derek, how you doing? Actually popped up in here. Interesting in the comments. So that's cool. Uh, but yeah, I'm still going back to restream for the next stream because I don't know, it's just a little weird and the connection it didn't really solve the connection issue. Anyways, so yeah, and they had the Microsoft the CEO Satya Nadella. He went to Israel to talk with like the head of their intelligence or something like that. And after this, they custom crafted this whole system for the mass surveillance on the people in West Bank. So you know, and now they kind of like try to play it off like, oh, we actually didn't know they were using it for that, but they specifically custom crafted it for the Israeli intelligence. So, like, what do you mean you don't know that they have been using it for that? Long story short, though, they just shut it down, and well, Israel said, "Oh yeah, it didn't affect any of us," but they would say that anyways, wouldn't they? So yeah, but they have been looking into like migrating all that data, 11,500 terabytes. That's like a huge amount of information when you think like for myself on my Microsoft OneDrive, I have only like 1 terabyte, and I have like a lot of stuff on there, a lot of my files, photos, videos, even like reaching back into like even 2014 and stuff. So yeah, it's a lot of data. 1 terabyte is a huge amount of data, and I can only imagine if you told this to somebody like back in the early 2000s, late 90s, like, oh yeah, they just casually stored 11,500 terabytes of data. It would literally be science fiction for them. It's like, what do you mean? Like, it's absolutely like crazy amount and a crazy amount of data, like phone calls, text messages, video, everything. So yeah, but yeah, they shut it down, and I guess now, you know, what's it called? Now Israel will just do it on their own servers or something. I don't know, or use a different one. Just there's plenty of other cloud providers and stuff that'll just have this. So yeah, because Microsoft's terms of service are not compatible, I guess. Because they say you can't surveil like people with their technology and stuff, but they've been doing that. So and again, it was custom crafted, so they tried to play it off like they didn't know about it. I'm not entirely sure about that. So yeah, anyways, everybody's trying to put their hands away from it, but that's not it's not really effective. Oh, it literally is. Like, I'm still testing out this whole thing. Like, if I highlight this comment, yeah, wow, interesting. So it literally works basically the same as Restream. StreamYard does. Same UI, same everything. So if I click on a comment, it shows it. I can also do show comments on stage, which is, or can I? Nope. Okay, interesting. It's all beta apparently. So this is new technology. Restream has had this for as long as I've been using it, so for about a year. So interesting. That's kind of cool. Anyways, so we got 23 minutes. Oh, damn, I forgot. I was talking so much about the contemporary stuff, and I completely forgot that today I was supposed to be doing an old short review. Not really this time on, because I did that before, where I basically said what I did wrong technically in the videos and stuff. But I did promise that I was going to do a more factual kind of review from today. But I guess that's going to need to be moved to next week, because we already are almost out of time. I didn't realize I was talking so much and got a little hung up on that. Anyways, so when I was in college, I thought I was badass with 250 megabytes. Yeah, it's it's very true. I mean, back in the day, you know a couple of megabytes used to be a lot, because everything was running on kilobytes, kilohertz, and stuff. Now it's mega, and then it's turned into giga, and now it's tera. So it's kind of crazy, and it's kind of also again, it's evolving rapidly, everything. So yeah, 250 megabytes today is like, I don't know how to compare it to. it can be like one application. For example, I don't even know, like a very simple game. I know the Army Men game. What was this? I forgot how much it has. Let me actually check. It's like the old one from like 2004, 2002, and it has 300 megabytes. So that whole game has 300 megabytes. So see that it's interesting. But that's 2002, so that's like 250 megabytes was probably a lot back in like mid 90s, right, or something like that. I figure maybe late 90s. I don't know. But yeah, so cool. And what else did I want? I guess we could do one short as a teaser for next week. I forgot. I keep forgetting. I got to change the screen. Boom, just like that. I got to do that manually. It doesn't do it for me. I don't like that. So filter. Wait, hang on. Actually, let's do date. Boom, and then here's my dad's. I'm not gonna do those because I'm gonna do only mine. Because I started doing basically AI and stuff. He didn't do that much AI. He did a lot of digital marketing and stuff, and some tech. So what is this? How to use ChatGPT? Maybe. What is all this? Crazy ChatGPT features. Oh, what are the crazy ChatGPT features back in May 2023? I'm interested now. I'm hooked. Share this tab instead. Let's see if it loads properly. With sound, preferably. Hang on. If it loads, come on. Boom. And then features. It can. Hello. Listen to these crazy ChatGPT features. It can access the internet for real-time information. It can process images as prompts. It can give you images as results of prompts, and it can also analyze your website for SEO tips. No, these are features of Bard AI. I realized. I thought interesting. Okay. Well, that's obviously changed. Real-time info. Yeah. So ChatGPT obviously now has real-time info, process images, and give images as part of the results. Yeah. It's all of this is now obviously part of ChatGPT. Analyze websites for SEO tips. Yeah. ChatGPT can do anything now. It can also generate images, obviously, generate video with Sora. I have not been a big fan of that because it doesn't look appealing. But Gemini, it has some really good video creation features and stuff. It even does like it adds sound into the videos it creates. So that's kind of like on the next level. And with VO3 and everything, it's a little crazy. But yeah, Bard AI has been adding new features as of late, and these are only a handful of the features that Bard AI, by the way, is Gemini AI, which is now Google's thing. They just renamed it. That they've added. So ChatGPT has only the access to real-time information feature, but it is only available to ChatGPT Plus users. So what do you think of these Bard AI features? Interesting. So not back then it was under a Plus subscription that you had to use. Oh, see that? Yeah, that was my guess. Mid 90s. Yeah, all about there. Yeah, that's kind of cool though. Yeah, good days, I guess. I never lived through them. That's 12 years before my time. I guess I wish I lived through them. I always try to, like, if there is a time machine, I would want to see what the 80s and 90s were like, just to see. Because 80s were obviously probably the best decade, especially along, like, for example, movies, music, and stuff. Like in pop culture, 80s were definitely the best decades. But apparently, everybody tells me always nobody remembers the 90s because everybody was either high, drunk, or just, I don't know, stupid. Yeah, so that's what I'm told all the time. Now, okay, let's do one more just briefly. Okay, so this is that, and then let me share another one. So yeah, obviously ChatGPT now has all those again. They don't what's it called, real-time search is now basic. It's very, very basic now. You can do that easily, so it's no longer under a ChatGPT Plus subscription. Yeah, 2 years. Yeah, what difference can a 2-year time? What difference can 2 years make? It's interesting. 1 minute shorts. Those are, yeah. I made some long shorts back then. OpenAI calls for regulation of AI. Crazy ChatGPT. Watch out for this possible OpenAI scheme. OpenAI schemes. I'm now hooked about that again. Hang on. Okay, share this tab instead. This is going to be a lot. You would think that after CEO of OpenAI pleaded with Congress to regulate the AI industry, he would stop expanding. No, ChatGPT is now officially available on the Apple Store, and I have two theories for what might be behind this move. The first theory is that this is an unregulated information grab, meaning before the government actually puts their foot down and regulates the AI industry, trying to get the information into ChatGPT's database. Or this might just be a regular money grab, because in the app, you can actually buy the ChatGPT Plus subscription for $20. So watch out. Try not to get entangled in these possible schemes. Or what do you think it might be? Comment. Yeah, so watch out for these possible schemes. Obviously, ChatGPT is now everywhere, and obviously you can also buy that $20 subscription from anywhere. So it's again, it's very interesting to see what uh, 2 years back, what it was 2 years back, and yeah, it's fun stuff. In any case, so what else do I have? I think, okay, looks like you're ready to sell insurance. Well, yes, definitely, Eric. And reminding me actually that yes, I wanted to announce this, that I will start posting like some stuff from the company that I'm contracted with, which is Colonial Life. So we do voluntary benefits for companies, supplemental benefits, supplemental benefits. I guess that's the same thing. Anyway, so yeah, so for employees of companies. So if you do own a company with over 3 employees, just let me know, and we will definitely figure something out. So yeah, if anybody's watching, but probably not a lot of people watching. Derek, I'm not sure if you own a company with over 3 employees, but if you do, then let me know. But thank you for the praise, and thank you for watching. Obviously, and that's not only to you, Derek, but whoever is still here. I'm not sure, because I see 0 viewers on YouTube, which kind of surprises me. But yeah, I guess you're the only one of the strong core who's still here. Anyways, well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week. We'll have more of this, more of the, see, this would normally like pop me back up, but yeah, I have to do that manually again. Boom. Yeah, and next week we'll do, the clip review, the shorts review, and more of that stuff. So if you're interested in that stuff, I will actually probably make an original banner for that. And yeah, so show up for it, show up, and be engaged in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts on what it was back then, and obviously, like, what do you think of it now? So yeah, but that's next week, and until then, have a great rest of have a great week ahead. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a blessed day, and see you next time. Bye bye.